Thanks so much to the speakers on this session. And we continue the program. And now here on our agenda, we will have a speech on the importance of digital democracy in the age of AI. And this is my great honor to welcome here on stage Minister Audrey Tang from Taiwan.
Greetings, everyone. I'm really honored to be here at a 2023 Concordia Annual Summit staged alongside the UNGA. This Democratic Alliance showcase takes on great significance given the UNGA theme of rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity. Now, there is no question from the previous speakers we hear that democracy is now facing unprecedented challenges at every turn, especially from those seeking to harness the power of AI to destabilize our free and open societies. Such attempts come in all shapes, all sizes, but the most insidious ones target our fabric of trust. That's to say, polluting the internet platforms founded on Article 19 of the UDHR, the right to freedom and freedom of expression. Now, one way to safeguard Article 19 and human rights in the age of AI is trusted tech. It's the idea that we do more democracy to advance freedom. It also enables us to double down on delivering compassionate, effective and responsive governance tailored to the need of the people. Now, in 2016, we witnessed a bellwether of sorts in public communication. The AP style guide said that the word internet is to be lowercase, no longer capitalized, signifying its pervasive use. Unfortunately, this ubiquity also cleared a path for malicious actors to engage in large-scale data collection, in overturning privacy norms, and also marooning many on the desert islands of polarization. And we also heard from the previous speakers that the deep fakes are going interactive, fully interactive, automated even this year, has sullied online interactions, opening the door wider for fraud and manipulation at an unprecedented scale. But there are two sides to every coin. While certain emerging technologies, as we heard, bolster dictators, authoritarians, some may yet be employed to also revitalize democracy. And how best to combat the pervasiveness of those online harms? In my opinion, the answer lies in plurality, or technologies for collaborative diversity. The idea is to improve the bandwidth of democracy, to reduce the latency of democracy. And one example, a prime example, is Polis. Taiwan started the journey with Polis back in 2015, when Uber and sharing economy startup took the world by storm. The relentless march of innovation and the profit motive clashed with the livelihood of taxi drivers, triggering legal actions and protests worldwide. The conflict back then also raged on in Taiwan. Now, we were fortunate to have deployed Polis to track the root and derive shared wisdom from flame wars, literally turning flame wars into co-creation. Now, the beauty of the Polis system is that participants and opinions are clearly visualized on the same page, as well as how divided initially the groups are. And despite the initially polarized opinions, Polis consistently promotes the common points of view so that everybody can see the divides can be bridged. It's called computational democracy in a way, so that people on both sides can find the bridging narratives, and it's a visual mapping of democratic input and an interactive report updated in real time. Polis also has applications for a lot of issues of international import. Twice, Taiwan has worked with international partners, fellow democracies, this way. The first time in 2019, amid escalating trade tensions. Around that time, some feared that Taiwan would be caught in the middle of an epic struggle and sidelined from economic integration. However, we work with AIT at 40 Digital Dialogues, which use Polis to canvass ideas across the Indo-Pacific. And we ask people how to increase defense, economic, and people-to-people exchanges between Taiwan and the US. And those ideas were swiftly implemented by both sides. And next year, in 2020, Taiwan explored privacy-preserving contact tracing methods, along with other pandemic countermeasures, again, with avid global participation. It is notable that at 2020, when we deployed Polis, it's not just for opinion surveys or bridging narratives. Lasting solutions were co-created. And in recognizing those aligned with societal values, those ideas are turned into working prototypes and therefore eventually deployed nationwide by civic hackers. And civic hackers across the world animated these ideas via the Co-Hack hackathon. And this year, Taiwan is taking Polis to a new level. In response to generative AI and its rapid rollout, my ministry, the Ministry of Digital Affairs, works with the Collective Intelligence Project at CIP.org, and we launched alignment assemblies. Our partners include OpenAI, Anthropic, the GovLab, and Getting Plurality Research Network. The goal is to give everyone a chance to contribute to the safe and sustainable development and deployment of AI, as well as identify and mitigate risks caused by this emerging technology. And throughout this July, we co-created with the people, again, through Polis, exploring topics of democratizing AI futures and setting the agenda for face-to-face deliberative workshops. And we held 2 in Taiwan, August and September, and OpenAI also held one just last week. The records will be soon published as open data, facilitating the constitutional training of AI models that are aligned with those alignment assembly suggestions. So in terms of AI governance, Taiwan believes that a democratic approach, not a technocratic one, is the optimal answer to what is shaping to be an ethical and political counter-drum of global proportions. The bottom line is that cybersecurity experts, the red teamers, simply cannot cause all the problem to go away by catching all the use cases or effects and so on before rolling out a generative AI model. So just as with climate change, comprehensive statistics are needed on potential abuses and harms, including initially we're looking at over-reliance, emotional effects, and mass manipulation. But unlike climate change, interactions with AI are deeply personal. And so all indicators must be shared in a thoroughly privacy-preserving manner. It is felt that the safest way to operate here is to form coalitions of data holders on one side and researchers on the other, mediated through trusted data altruism organizations to safeguard processing and aggregation of non-personal data on harms and preferences. And as a result of privacy-enhancing technologies such as zero-knowledge proofs, we believe that worldwide alignment assemblies are well within reach. We encourage all the generative AI, especially frontier model companies and labs, to work with us to build consensus on the boundaries of generative AI, with interconnected local assemblies delivering specific directions for particular polity and particular regulatory contexts. So I invite all and sundry to participate in alignment assemblies and rein in societal risks while safeguarding freedom, democracy, and human rights for a generation to come. And in closing, I wish to cite a part of Declaration for the Future of the Internet near and dear to my heart, and I quote, "We believe we should meet these challenges by working toward a shared vision for the future of the Internet that recommits governments and relevant authorities to defending human rights and fostering equitable economic prosperity." And I want to add that today, Taiwan has no choice but to toil tirelessly from the sidelines as it seeks to contribute to UN's critically important General Assembly conversation. And it is high time that we abandon the blinkered and outdated political considerations when it comes to transforming the world for the collective good. And I believe that our unyielding efforts in this regard are based on the principle of participation, progress, and safety. There needs to be no trade-off between those 3 values. We can recommit by making sure that no democracy is an island, not even Taiwan, and the mission of defending our cherished common values cannot be implemented in isolation. So thank you for your attention and time, and congratulations to Concordia for the 13th edition for the annual summit. Thank you. Live long and prosper.